Alright, so I would like to highlight a few of the laws of motion that were involved in the creating of this Rube Goldberg machine. So the first one would be the conservation of energy. So my best example I'd say for that one was when I had the car I would show you, but we already took down the Rube Goldberg machine because it was taking up too much room in our kitchen. So the car at the end, anyways, was set up at the top of a tube, and I had to move the domino with something else so that the car could roll down the tube and then take the picture at the bottom. So the energy was 100% potential at the top, and then was conserved until it was 100% kinetic energy at the bottom, until it could use all this energy to gain enough momentum to reach the phone and press the button. And another law of motion that was involved was Newton's second law of motion, which pretty much is just force equals mass times acceleration. Which my example for this one I would like to use when I had the ball knock the fishing weights off of the ramp, so that the fishing weights were tied or attached to a string that was tied to a domino. So it had to pull down that domino when it was knocked over, and pretty much the force generated by the mass of the fishing weights and the acceleration of them falling off of the ramp was enough force to pull down that domino and thus create the rest of the chain reaction. And the last one I would like to talk about is the conservation of momentum, which I felt was represented pretty well by basically the entire Rube Goldberg machine by itself, as like the beginning, the ping pong ball, its momentum carried over into the dominoes, which all carried over into each other, which carried over into another ball that I had roll down a tube, which then was able to pull a page over and knock down a domino and roll that ball down the ramp, and so on and so forth. Pretty much the momentum of almost every aspect of the Rube Goldberg machine transferred its momentum into another object, or really every single aspect of the Rube Goldberg machine. So yeah, that's all Newton's second law, the conservation of momentum and the conservation of energy, and how they were involved in my creation of the Rube Goldberg machine.